We're going to talk about sort of product creation and focus a little bit on product teams and kind of what's an effective product team, what's best practice. It's going to be high level because it's just kind of a walk through it, but I'll talk about the main methodologies that's commonplace and my experience with that. So just an overview, we'll be talking about a bit about product strategy, a bit about what happens after you launch a product, why it's important, the stages of product strategy, and then Agile, Scrum ways of working, what the team makeup looks like, and then how UserXD can help in that space. A little bit about me for those who haven't met me. I'm a UX/CX strategist and designer, founder of UserXD, which is a UX consultancy, and I've worked for 17 years sort of in and out of corporate and agencies across different things. Formerly, I was the head of UX for LESMILLS International. Some of the clients I've worked with, so lots of digital product type clients and lots of experience in different size businesses. And just for an example of my last role, where when we first started, I was the first UX hire and we had one product and 8 people. And then by the end of a 3-year period, we'd actually grown to having 8 products and a team of 80 people. So I've really seen a kind of product progression from a launch into it growing into something big and sort of multiple pivots and all different types of products and all different types of teams being stood up. And that's just my last role. So yeah. So what you should take away from this is the basics of how a product team works, the kind of key roles, ways of working, and then a high level overview of like what product strategy is in Agile. So first, we've got the product strategy pyramid, and this just outlines what's in a product strategy. And we of course should know this because we already have the basis of a product strategy in place to build the product that we're working on. So we already have a vision and we should have a mission. We've got a strategy, but the next steps after that is where it goes into your product plans and your roadmap and how it continues. And you can see here the product strategy then fits into your wider business strategy. So you've got your business mission, your company strategy, and then product strategy is kind of a tier of that. And then below that, you've got the product roadmap and the product goals. So let's say we've got a great product and we've done some user testing, we've created this MVP and we're ready to launch because that's basically where we're headed. So from here, you'd need a successful go-to-market plan for launch. You'd need a team in place to continue to support the product going forward. And the team that supports the product needs to continue to drive growth and profit for the business. So what are the key product kind of stages? You have idea first, then you have product, which we're building. The next important part of that is the team, which then goes into growth. So the team part is really critical in how the product continues through. And when we look at what a product needs to be, it needs to be valuable, useful, usable, findable, credible, desirable, and accessible. These are the things that make up a successful digital product. So how do we make sure that we've got a team that continues to stay on top of all these things and make sure that your product continually is all of these things? The answer is Agile. Now, I just would want to, maybe I can see raise of hands, who's worked in Agile or who knows an Agile framework at all? I don't know if I can see everyone. I can. Craig, yeah, just a couple. Yeah, I think there's a few ways of executing on Agile, but it's the most popular methodology for using an effective product team. And it's the way that I've always worked in product. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. So what's the value of Agile? It's being able to focus on the most important thing and to do it well. So understanding what is the one thing we need to be focused on, to meet our business and user needs, and making sure we always are understanding that. And then it's characterized by building products using short cycles of work that allow for rapid production and constant revision. So here you can see a slide from the Stanford course for professional development, where they talk about the product lifecycle in terms of looking at the opportunities, designing solutions, building them, shipping them, and then measure them. Then you iterate on those, and it's just a cycle that continues through. So this is another diagram that I like to show just to talk about, when you see the design, the user interface, that is just the tip of the iceberg, and all of the user testing, understanding the customer journey, building the team, understanding the product market fit, all those bits are underneath to get to that refined design that you see, that user interface.